Welcome to a chilling tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In this horror story, we unravel the terrifying events that unfold within the walls of a haunted house. If you enjoy this spine-tingling story, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more horrifying content. Now, prepare yourself for a journey into the dark heart of the silent house. In the small, forgotten town of Millfield, where the dense forest encroaches upon civilization, stood a house that had long been abandoned. The locals spoke in hushed tones about its dark history, but the Johnson family, fresh to the area and in desperate need of a home, paid no heed to the warnings. They moved into the house with hopes of a fresh start, unaware of the terror that awaited them. The Johnsons arrived on a foggy autumn morning, the dense woods around the house seeming to close in on them. The house was a grand Victorian structure, its once ornate facade now worn and weather-beaten. As they unloaded their belongings, an oppressive silence seemed to envelop the house, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards or rustling of leaves outside. The first night in the house was marked by an unnatural chill. Sarah, the young daughter, felt it most acutely, shivering despite the warmth of her blankets. The whispers began almost immediately, soft, incomprehensible murmurs that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Lisa, the mother, tried to calm Sarah, but her own unease grew as she noticed the shadows in the corners of the room behaving strangely, as if alive. That evening, Lisa and John explored the house, hoping to make it feel more like home. They discovered an old, sealed bookcase in the study, its shelves hidden behind a panel. When they pried it open, they found a hidden room, dusty and forgotten. Inside were an old armchair, a table with unlit candles, and in the center, a strange doll with cracked porcelain features. Its eyes seemed to follow them with an unsettling intensity. The whispers grew louder as the night deepened. Sarah awoke to find the doll moved from its spot on the table to the edge of her bed, its eyes glinting in the darkness. She tried to wake her parents, but they were asleep, lost to the unsettling presence that filled the house. As the days passed, the Johnsons became more accustomed to their eerie new home. Yet, the strange occurrences persisted. The house seemed to have a mind of its own. Objects moved on their own, a book fell from a shelf without reason, and doors creaked open and shut despite no breeze. John became increasingly obsessed with the basement. The basement was a dark, dank place filled with old furniture covered in white sheets and dust-covered relics from a bygone era. He discovered an old journal in the basement, a leather-bound book filled with strange symbols and handwritten notes in a language he couldn't understand. The more he read, the more distant he became, lost in the journal's dark secrets. One night, as Lisa and Sarah tried to sleep, they heard a loud crash from the basement. Lisa went to investigate, finding John standing in the dark, muttering to himself. He was holding the journal and appeared to be in a trance, his eyes glazed over with an unsettling intensity. Lisa tried to pull him away, but he resisted, his voice rising in a chant she couldn't decipher. The doll continued to move on its own, appearing in different rooms each day. Its presence became increasingly menacing. Lisa found it one morning in Sarah's bed, its eyes wide and unblinking, its porcelain face twisted into a disturbing smile. She tried to confront John, but he dismissed her concerns as stress and fatigue. The house's malevolent influence grew stronger. The whispers became voices, echoing through the walls and becoming increasingly distinct. The Johnsons started experiencing vivid nightmares, visions of shadowy figures, ancient rituals, and a sense of being trapped in an endless, dark maze. Sarah began to experience the most terrifying encounters. One night, she awoke to find her room filled with an icy mist. The doll was now sitting at the foot of her bed, its eyes glowing faintly. She tried to call out to her parents, but her voice was swallowed by the oppressive silence. Desperate, Lisa sought help from a local historian who knew of the house's dark past. The historian revealed that the house had once belonged to a reclusive family who practiced occult rituals. They had vanished under mysterious circumstances, and it was rumored that the house had absorbed their malevolent energy. That night, Sarah disappeared. The house seemed to shift and change, with hallways leading to nowhere and rooms that appeared and vanished at will. Lisa and John searched frantically, but every door they tried was locked, and every window was sealed with an impenetrable fog. In a desperate bid to find Sarah, Lisa entered the basement once more. The room was filled with a strange, pulsating light emanating from a hidden chamber. There, Lisa found John and Sarah standing together, their faces expressionless. John held the journal, and Sarah was clutching the doll. Lisa tried to reach out to her daughter, but the room grew dark and oppressive. The shadows closed in around her, and the whispers became a deafening roar. The house seemed to consume them, the walls echoing with their screams. In the morning, the house was silent once more. The Johnson family was gone, leaving no trace behind. The house stood empty, its dark secrets buried within its walls. Locals who dared to approach the house reported seeing a shadowy figure at the window, holding the ancient journal, and hearing whispers that promised eternal night. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey through the silent house. We hope you enjoyed the spine-tingling tale and that it left you with a shiver down your spine. If you want to keep up with our latest horror stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. If you found this story haunting, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love a good scare. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and let us know what you think about the story or share your own creepy experiences. And remember, the darkness never truly leaves the places it haunts. Stay tuned for more eerie tales and unsettling mysteries. Until next time, keep the lights on and stay safe.